Hi everyone, how are you all doing? If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Amy and my channel is primarily about cross stitch, but sometimes other crafts sneak in and books. I didn't want to leave it so long between making videos, so I tried to film this video on Sunday and it took me probably about 20 attempts to realise that it's just not going to happen. So I decided to step back for a couple of days and come back to it fresh-faced, and hopefully I'm able to talk now. So I've got my notebook here. So I use this notebook to write down what I've worked on. Sometimes I add cute little stickers in. So I've got 6 projects to show you. However, I am going to start with, if I can find it, this one. And I've made a decision about this one. So I really hate working on this, and all because I don't like the texture of the fabric. I'm a bit funny with like senses and things like that, and it's just too rough for me. I don't like it. So I'll show you. So I'm working down just on the cream background, and as you can see here, like I did a whole row of well, I didn't even finish the row of cross stitches. I just don't like holding it. So if anyone would like to perhaps cross stitch it for me, or would enjoy stitching it, even if you don't send it back, please let me know and I will happily send it to you. Having so many outstanding projects is starting to stress me out a bit. I've got over 20 and I think I just need to realise that there's no point hanging on to them if we're not gonna sit and do them. So yes, because postage is quite high, I would like it to just stay in the UK. Although if you're in the US and you're happy to cover postage fees, then please let me know and I will happily send it out to you. Like I said, I mean, I would like it back because it matches quite a lot of the artwork in my house, but equally, if you've spent a lot of time doing it, I appreciate that you wouldn't want to send it back either. I don't know if you can see from here. There you go. I've got a cow on my wall, and I've got quite a few Rendale animals and stuff like that. So I don't know, it just kind of fitted in with the theme of my house. That's why I liked it. Plus this was a gift. But I am on a decluttering mission, and yeah, it did take a while to come to that decision. So let me know, give me a comment, or if you want to privately message me, you can always find me on Instagram with the same name, so Sid and Stitch. So either way, let me know. And then next up, I'm going to show you my Heaven and Earth. This is called Amongst the Koi by not by Heaven and Earth. It's by I can never remember her name. Jasmine Griffiths Beckett, I think it is. See that. And I think what I've worked on is around this eye socket and maybe a little bit of the pinky bit around this eye socket as well. I didn't put masses of stitches in. When you hold frames up like this, I can never see what I'm actually doing. My notes, I think, just said about 150 stitches. Yeah, 150 stitches. So I do think they were just around the eye line. I do love this one, but it's just so huge. I don't think the finished design is going to be too massive. I haven't got the details to show everyone at the moment. I'm not going to do the whole editing thing and putting the picture on the screen. But if you would like to see, just go onto Heaven and Earth and search Amongst the Koi. So next up is... Oh, now I've said that. Do you know what? I will put the picture up. I'll put the picture up now. There you go. you can see the finished design, because it's really hard to know what you're relating to if you can't see what the design is. I don't have my tablet down here, otherwise I'd have held that up. Oh, I've pulled out the wrong cross stitch now. The next one I am going to show you is Toil by Melanie Dillon. It's also a Heaven and Earth one. And it is... I'm not going to take it out the hoop because it's all bunched up, but I think you'll get a good view. So at the moment I'm just working on all of the black stitches in the piece. So what I tend to do is do like an outline like this, and then I know that I can just go in and fill all of that in. It just seems the quickest way of doing it without having to constantly look at the pattern keeper. So, and I just put question mark. I can't remember how many I did. I think I did maybe up to 300, but it's all lost within this bit here. So if you think each of these squares is 100 stitches, no, I think I was filling in these, so I would have done 3 boxes at least. So yeah, probably about 300 to 400 stitches. I'm really excited about this one. I think even though I'm just doing the black stitches at the moment, it's probably one of my favourite pieces. I've been keeping it in this bag currently. It's very cute. So next up, I can't get it back in the bag now. Squeeze. Next up is my jelly bean cat. I'll see that without glare. And I have put just brown. So I just worked on brown, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly where that is. So I'll show you the back first. So you can see all of this is brown, but that's not what I've been working on. I did all of this here. I just sat there one evening. You can't really see from the front too well. But yeah, I'm still very suspicious about this red patch at the top. If the rest comes out nicely, I'll be inclined to pull out that red bit and just fill that in brown. But we shall see. It might end up being another one I scrap, but I hope not, because the design on this is so lovely. And plus I have others that are in sort of the same series. It's Battenberg backed. That was the other one. And I'm a bit concerned if this doesn't come out good, then the other one might not as well. But again, we shall see. The more I work on it, the quicker we'll find out, eh? Right, sorry, readjust myself. I've got the most uncomfortable dining chairs, and it doesn't help that I've been sat here working from home all day, so my bum's getting a little bit numb now. Next up, I have this one, and again, I didn't write any notes for this, but I think I can probably work out where I've worked on. I think I spent about 2 sessions on this, not very long sessions. As you can see from all my projects, I haven't done a great deal of each thing. It doesn't help, he's sat over there, but my child doesn't go to bed at night, so and also now with my new job, I'm just so stressed out when I get home. I think I'm not a manager, but I'm a lead, so like any sort of management lead roles, they're so stressful. It just exhausts me. I'm starting to feel like I'm a bit too nice for it, like not too nice, but a bit too soft. So I'm just hoping people don't start walking all over me. We'll see, we'll see. So this is my progress on the barn owl so far, and I can tell you that I did, I think, no, I definitely did. I think I did all of this lighter brown around the eyes and all down here, this bit here. I then, because I'd already done the grey, I'd done some grey, but I think I've done a lot of this grey as well. If you've recently watched any of my old videos, you might be able to correct me, but I really like this piece and I'm excited about getting this finished. So it's one I genuinely enjoy when I'm working on. I've just realised I haven't been telling you all what everything is, so I'll quickly run through that. The cow that I'm trying to get rid of is an 11 count printed. I'm guessing just generic threads. This one is a mixture of, actually no, this one is mainly DMC threads. It's a 32 count printed fabric, and I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch, 2/1 tent stitch, and this one is a 28 count, but I'm doing 2/2, so it makes it a 14 count. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to how this progresses. And then toil, if I'm not incorrect, I think it's another 32 count. Is it a 32 count? It might be a 28 count. I'm really doubting myself now. I'm going to say it's a 32 count and I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch again. I didn't start as tent stitch, I started as full cross, but it was, I think I realised how long it was actually going to take me, so I switched it up. And you really can't tell, like I didn't rip any stitches out, I just switched to tent stitch and it seems alright to me. So I've actually brought all my cross stitches down, which I'll talk about in a minute. So my final piece that's had some progress on it is this one. It is just a Joy Sunday kit. I know you're not supposed to talk about Joy Sundays, but hey ho. Yes, Dragon Girl. So when I first started doing this, I absolutely hated it. I really hated the neutral colours. I found it boring. But now I find it one of my favourite pieces to stitch on. And I'm starting to think that might be because apart from my Heaven and Earths, I don't have that many just counted cross stitches. A lot of them are printed now. I'm just so confused about cross stitch as a hobby and what I enjoy. Again, I'll come into this in a second. So yeah, I think that's why I enjoy it. So, and I know I've made loads of progress on this. If I take the needle minder off, only because I've been sticking the chart to the Q snap with the needle minder. Right, so I've made so much progress on this. So this is it now. And if I show you, I'll put that down for a second. It's actually part of her legs, part of the book, and part of this swirl here. So I'll show you again. I might have to put something behind it. And this is just a 14 count cross stitch. And the progress I've put in is most of this darker pink in the middle of this swirl. And I came up here, I did a bit at the top of the book and all the way up here. So you can actually start to see something coming together with this now. And I love it. I do love it. I've fallen in love with it. So my confusion with cross stitch. So when I first started Flosstube, I was so into it and I just wanted to start all the cross stitches. I wanted to have lots of content for my video. But I think somewhere along the way, I've sort of like lost my love for actually just sitting there and stitching. I mean, I don't think it's just that. I think I've just got a very busy life now with work, uni, Sydney, home life, chores, etc. And I do find it really hard to find time for myself. So stepping away from that fact for a second, I've started reading this book. The Power of Less. And this guy here, I'll probably mess up his name, but Leo Babauta? Leo Babauta? Anyway, he's an author who, he's been writing a blog, seriously, must be for like 10 years maybe. I've been following his blog for quite a long time, and it's called Zen Habits. And he has been on a journey. He was very overweight, he smoked, he had all these bad habits, he didn't feel like he was achieving in life. And over the years, he's written about how he's come to achieve all of this. Obviously, I know he's a man, but I can actually see a lot of his previous self in the way I live now. The only difference, he has 6 kids, so I don't know how he's had the time to change everything. But I'm only on chapter 1. Well, I'm on chapter 2, but a bit I've just read, and it says if you have too many projects, just limit them to 3. So it's, I'm trying to how to word this. It's more about still reaching your goals and still carrying on as normal, but trying to limit or lessen the things, the actions you need to take on a daily basis. And the too many projects thing just resonated with me. So he said limit them to 3. Now, I think if I was to limit my projects down to 3, then I would probably have 1 cross stitch, 1 knitting, and then I'd have my diamond painting, which is also next to me on the table. However, there's no progress on that, so I won't bother showing that right now. But I don't think I can limit myself to just 1 cross stitch. I could probably limit myself to 1 knitting project, and I've only got 1 diamond painting, so that's fine. But I've decided I'm going to limit myself to just 3 cross stitch projects going forward until I get a finish, and then I'll introduce another one, which is why I've brought all my cross stitches down. And I'm probably just going to use this video as a bit of a soundboard, to be honest, because I don't actually know what I'm doing right now. But I just want to pick 3 projects that I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to go into this box when I get bored. I'm going to start having finishes. So I was thinking of having a printed kit, a Heaven and Earth, and then just other. So it can be a counted kit, excuse me. Well, it would probably leave me with my counted cross stitches or my hedgehog cushion, which is sort of like tapestry wool. Still cross stitch though. So really, this is the thing, when I think, I'm like, how do you even go about just picking 3? And I think the easiest thing to do would probably be picking one that's got the least on it. So maybe if I go with a printed with the least on it, and then if I go with my counted, that's near like the closest to being finished. And then Heaven and Earth, I don't know, because I love toil, but that's going to take me like 10 years, so it means I'm never going to touch any of my other ones. So I think with Heaven and Earth, it might have to be the one closest to finish again, or the smallest. To see what I mean? So I haven't got one of my cross stitches down here. I've just realised it's upstairs in the wardrobe because it's on a frame. But I was thinking ripples. Again, I'll pop a picture in so you know what I'm on about. That was my very first Heaven and Earth, and I've got probably nearly 3 pages done on that. And it's only a story keep, so it is pretty close. However, if I find it quickly, I would say overall this one is the smallest, and because of it, it's not the smallest, Bo Peep's the smallest, but because of its size, so this is actually the bottom of the cross stitch, so I think it's going to have to be this one. You're going to play Stardew Valley? My boy, he's 4 and he is so into gaming. You try to reduce screen time and stuff like that, but it's what makes him happy. So what are you doing? You making a new one?
I'm making a U cat.
Oh, okay. he's making a new character on Stardew Valley. As long as it's your profile and not mine, I've got so many hours on there, I'd cry if it disappeared. So, okay, let's just make decisions. So, first cross stitch that I'm going to just work on solidly is going to be Tag Along by, I'm just going to call her Hannah Disney. I think Hannah Lynn, but to me she's Hannah Disney, so I'm going to stick with that one. Yeah, Tag Along by Hannah Disney. She's like my rainbow high stickers. So I'm going to put this one over here and I'm going to try and focus on that one. So in terms of accounting cross stitch, that's closest to finish. I suppose that could be a contender. Definitely not. Definitely not. That is definitely a contender. I guess that is a contender too. So it's gonna have to probably be one of these three. So my choices are this one. It's got so much glare. It's a Jan Lin kit, Moon Maiden. I'm not going to take out the hoop, but as you can see, I always get really confused which way around this goes. That way around. There really isn't a crazy amount left to do on this one. Do you know what? Without even, I think it's going to be this one. My other options were the hedgehog cross stitch. It will be this one, but I might as well show you now they're out. So either this one, which I would say halfway, maybe just over or just under. So the Moon Maiden is definitely further along and is probably my longest. Something flew up my nose. It's probably my longest whip apart from this one. And this is only my longest whip because it was sat at my mum's for years and I forgot about it. But it's nowhere near completion, so. And then I'll try and shove these all back in the box. And then it would have been between I'll just show you the chart because I always struggle to find a picture for this one. It's called I Love You. It's Country Companions one. But I reckon I'm not even halfway with this, to be honest. Looking at it now. That's providing I've actually marked off what I've done. So yeah, I think that one can be. It's kind of scary. I'm retiring probably about 20 projects at the moment by doing this. I think it's going to be really hard to cut down to 3 knowing that I've got all these projects still in a box upstairs and I don't want to do anything drastic like get rid of them and only have 3 in my house or anything like that. But I need to figure out a way to start some finishes. So yeah, so we'll have Tag Along by Hannah Disney, we'll have my Moon Maiden one, which has been in this folder forever on a hoop and I can't close the clasp or anything, so it's pretty annoying. And then, what did I say? A printed one that has the least on it. I'll just go with a printed one, any printed one that I choose, I think. So if I get all my printed ones out, I don't think I've got crazy amount. One, that one, that one, that one. That might be it. Oh no, that one. So I'm not even going to get it out. This one is will do it for you in a minute, okay? I'm going to finish my video first. So this is, you've probably seen it in other videos if you're not new. It's a super long, and I mean it's a metre long, and it's all like from the film Tangled. This is one that would take years to do, and also I'm not 100% sure. Sydney? Sydney? Mummy's only going to be a few more minutes and then I'll come and help you, okay? Okay. So yeah, I'm questioning it now, because if I cracked on with this one, then I'll soon be able to see if the picture's going to come out good at all, and then if it doesn't, then I can push it to a side. So anyway, I'll put that there just in case. Of course, my jelly bean cat, and I actually do enjoy working on this one. So again, I'm going to put it to the side as a maybe. Oh, they're all going to be maybes now. I've got this one, Tracy's one, and again, I love working on this. But this is really difficult. I also have this one, which is very small and probably could get finished quite quickly. I'm showing you the canvas, I've got the picture. That one. Do you know what? I've decided on this one. It'll get done quickly, and that's what I'm aiming for right now. So that can be my third. And the last contender was going to be my newest cross stitch, which was this jellyfish one. But because I'm doing I'm kind of doing Royal Rows in a way, and parking. This is going to take forever. So I think, yeah, I've made my decision. I've got 3 on the go. And reduce. The power of less. I'm going to see how I get on anyway. There's nothing stopping me from bringing more back in. And if you've got any tips and hints for me to just get on with. At the end of the day, it's a hobby. It shouldn't be a chore. And I know this. And I want to just enjoy it. I don't want to keep thinking about all these other projects that I'm not doing. So maybe if I do just have these on the go, I can finally achieve that. But if you have any tips and tricks for staying motivated with your cross stitch, please let me know. And obviously going forward, I am going to just be showing these 3 off, really. So I'm hoping I can actually make some really good progress. And if I've only got the 3, then I might actually make more videos, but they'll be shorter, if that makes sense. So that's about it from a cross stitch point of view. I am really trying to get back into reading. So I finished my other book last night, which was Atomic Habits by James Clear. Again, another self-help book. I don't read these really because I'm desperate to change, but more, I just enjoy reading them. I actually do enjoy like the theory of, or other people's theories on how you could live a good life. And considering you can see clutter here, and I've got 20 odd cross stitch projects, I do try to live like a simple hoard free life. So yeah, it just suits me down to the ground. Anyway, before I start rambling on, I'm gonna go. So until next time, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to me, because I just love seeing new subscribers, and any comments you want to throw my way. I always try and reply to everyone. So enjoy the sunshine. Goodbye.